Shifting our focus now to West Bank, where Bedouin families in the occupied West Bank are being forced to leave their homes after continued harassment by Israeli right-wing settlers. In the community of Ras Ein al-Auja, near Jericho, families have begun packing up their belongings after what they describe as non-stop pressure and intimidation.
We have lived here since 1991, about 30 years. Due to harassment from settlers, we are now demolishing the sheep pens. We have moved the sheep to Hebron, and we are gathering our belongings to join the sheep in Hebron.
The United Nations says that more than 3,200 Palestinians from dozens of Bedouin and herding communities have been displaced by settler violence, as well as movement restrictions since October 2023.
The settlers completely destroyed the Bedouin way of life, obliterated the culture and identity, and used every method to change the Bedouin way of life in general, with the complete destruction of life.
Now, even though this war in Gaza has ended, violence has surged across the West Bank. Palestinian officials say more than 1,000 Palestinians have been killed in the territory since the war in Gaza, while Israel says 44 Israelis, including soldiers, have died in the Palestinian attacks.
What is happening today is the complete collapse of the community as a result of the settlers' continuous and repeated attacks, day and night, for the past 2 years. You could say that half the community has collapsed. About 50 families have begun dismantling their homes in order to leave. 20 families from the Kaabna clan left on January 8th.
You can't defend yourself because if you do, you become a criminal. If you defend your home, the Israeli police or army will come and arrest you. We can't do anything. You can't even touch a settler. If you do, they'll say you attacked them, and they'll call the police and army, who will handcuff you and take you away. Honestly, life is extremely difficult.
Over 24 families from one of the few remaining Palestinian Bedouin villages in the West Bank's Jordan Valley have packed up and fled their homes in recent days, saying that harassment by Israeli settlers living in unauthorized outposts nearby has grown unbearable. The area is part of Area C, which is 60% of West Bank that has remained under full Israeli control. Under the Oslo Peace Accords signed in the 1990s since the war in Gaza, at least 44 entire communities have reportedly been expelled by settler violence in the West Bank area. The turning point for the village came in December when settlers put up an outpost about 50 meters from Palestinian residences on the northwestern flank of the village. Settlers strolled easily through the village at night. Sheep and laundry went missing, and international activists had to begin escorting children to school just to keep them safe. The residents said that they call the police frequently to ask for help, but it rarely arrives. Remember, settlement expansion has been promoted by successive Israeli governments over nearly 6 decades. But Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's far-right government, which has placed settler leaders in senior positions, has made it a top priority. That has been accompanied by a spike in settler violence, much of it carried out by residents of outposts that are illegal even under Israeli law. As per United Nations, this trend is changing the map of the West Bank, entrenching Israeli presence in the occupied area. Remember, Israel captured the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and the Gaza Strip in the 1967 Six-Day War. Some 500,000 Israelis have settled in the West Bank, and the international community largely considers their presence illegal. The Palestinians seek all 3 areas for a future state.